People always ask me how did I start working in sex trafficking? When I first started the Creativity Shell, I was in Sam's Club one day and I started talking to a woman who was there. I don't even know how the conversation started. I am one of those people that talk to just about anybody. And I was telling her what I was doing. I started teaching sewing classes, and I was just telling her some of the things I was finding, the poor problem solving skills, decision making, and some of those fundamental things that I didn't think I would find teaching sewing classes. And she told me that she was volunteering at a sex trafficking shelter, and that she thought that my program would be a really good fit for the children that were there. And I do want to emphasize the word children because at that time, when I thought about sex trafficking, I knew it was children, but I was, I guess, maybe a little bit blinded or in denial, maybe, about how young those children would be. So, being a Shelancia, I cleared FBI background check very quickly. I am the only Shelancia Daniel in the country. Um, and within a few days, I was at the shelter and I was teaching classes. I will never forget the first time when I walked in there because when I said before, I want to emphasize the word children. Naively, I was thinking, okay, is it bring your child to work day? There's a lot of little kids around here, but those those were the survivors. They were little, they were young, and many of them looked even younger than they really were, and it broke my heart. It really broke my heart. And um, after working with them and just kind of putting my background in educational psychology, being sewing teacher, educational psychologist, when I started putting two and two together, I realized that what I was seeing were not just survivors. I was seeing the mental health of these children. I was seeing the children suffering from anxiety, children suffering from depression, and most of all, the one thing they all had in common was low self esteem and low self confidence. They did not think that they were anything, and their perpetrators further stripped that away and made them believe that they were nothing. So a lot of what I'm trying to do now with the Creativity Shell and with our classes is to use them on the prevention side and help children learn how to be confident, help them learn how to have positive self esteem. And I believe that once we can start there, we have a better chance as a society to fight dangers like human trafficking because our children, it's bad enough when they're kidnapped and they're physically trapped in it, but when they're mentally trapped in it as well, it makes it more difficult to get them out and to save them and to help them.